Legends, and I'm on the free-to-play. We're grinding some baby ice golem here, only ice golem 13, but hey, we can do it, right? So, gotta do what we gotta do. Oh god, this pack is so good, guys. If this wasn't a free-to-play account, I would have bought it for it too. I say it too because yes, I bought it for my main, no shame. But I wanted to update you guys on what I've been doing with my free-to-play because, as I've mentioned in the other videos, we're over level 50. We're giving this sucker away. But before I do, I'm trying to get it in the best shape possible. And what I mean by that is just in the best stance to farm at least all the level 13 dungeons. I'm not quite there for Spider. Spider's hard, man. Am I there for Fire Knight? I don't know. I don't think so. But I'm also trying to get as many fragments as possible for this fusion. So I am able to grind pretty good with Ice Golem, so I think I'm going to keep doing that today. I'm going to push a bit throughout the day and see if I can get my numbers up to compete because the numbers are not too high for my tournament group that I'm in. So I'm hoping I can snipe one of these 5 fragment sets here because I did not do all of the champion chase. I did get the first 5 though. My hope for this account before I give it away is to just keep it set so that way if someone does want to purchase enough shards to be able to to be able to do the summon rush, plus maybe a little grinding with some mystery shards or something, then they have the chance to do it. I'm really hoping that I can put someone in a good position to do so. So we're hoping, we're stacking up some shards now, working on it slowly but surely, but it's not really in the position to do the entire summon rush event when it comes out. So I'm just trying to get as many fragments as I can for this fusion as I go along. Now, I know we're only at 35, but we still have the Ice Golem that's happening. We still have to do the Dungeon Divers and the Champion Training. So there's a bunch I have to do. I haven't even got to this first one yet. I'll definitely get there. Now, can I actually get all the way down here? I have no idea. But the truth is, I wouldn't say I'm going for the fusion. It's more so I'm just going to do the best I can to get some fragments. We're gonna try. But along with that, that's what my thumbnail means. Free to play a lot more than 1 hour a day has been my case for the past week now, I would say. I'm trying to push hard to level up champions, to actually get some grinding done. I did decide to get the masteries finished for Ugo. Amazingly helpful. Cold Heart. So I have 3 level 60s. I got Frank and Onyx and Coffin Smasher to 5-star. Also got Grush, and honestly, I kind of am regretting Grush, I think. I think I'm regretting getting Grush some books. I don't think he's going to be the best. I thought he was going to be really helpful for the decrease attack, but I forgot it's or, not and, so it's kind of lame. Although the continuous heal is really helpful to stay alive, plus he's defense based, so he can be pretty tanky. So, I mean, in the end, this isn't bad to get this booked. This is going to be really helpful against those faction wars, especially the bosses. When you're going in your Ogren Tribe factions, even the end game. I used Grush in my final Ogren Tribe 21 faction wars before I had man-eaters and could cheese it. So he's quite helpful, actually. Being able to put up a leech and that way everyone can heal off of War Master procs is amazing. And then he has a continuous heal here as well. It allows for more healing. And this AoE doesn't hurt, right? So he's a really good champion for faction wars. And for, I mean, you can still use him in clan boss if you need a leech champion. I am using Ugo at the moment, but honestly, I could also see using Grush instead of Ugo. Or maybe for the sake of affinity swaps, when it's force, maybe use Grush instead of Ugo, because I actually, right now, for clan boss, with the team I have set up, I don't need Ugo's A2. I already have decreased defense from 2 other champions, so this block buffs is just one more debuff that's taken up space that we don't want. So, this is nice though. This is nice because this regular heal helps to keep everyone well alive along with the leech, But honestly, Grush could do that job too. So I think there's potential there to swap out Ugo and Grush depending on affinity once you get rolling more with Clan Boss and have more people up to 6-star. Annex, I also could see actually not using for his poisons because this takes up more space. But right now I am using the poisons because I only have Fark and the Fat placing a couple here. But the good thing is, he places one poison for 3 turns, so at least it's a long one. Even though it's only one, at least it's a long one. But he does have decreased defense on his A1 and a weaken on his A3. So you could potentially turn this off and just use him for decreased defense and weaken if you have another poisoner involved. So maybe in a perfect world, if I get a Frozen Banshee, or if you do, whoever ends up owning this account, if you get a Frozen Banshee, you could actually not use Anax for this. Just use him for this. Turn off this so this decreased accuracy is not taking up an extra spot. And you could take out Elhain and put in a proper poisoner that's worth being in a Clan Boss team. We do have ally attacks that would help to lay more buffs, as long as the timing is okay, because honestly, you're going to want to make sure if you do like Frozen Banshee, for example, her A3 with poison sensitivity, you place that first before Farkin uses his ally attack. Because you want to attack with that A1 and place a couple more big boy poisons, so that's my example. Right now, of course, Elhain for me does have War Master Mastery, so she's in the Clan Boss team, even though she's not a Clan Boss champion by any means, but the War Master procs are still worth it. She does great damage. But there's so much potential for this team. I just started working on Coffin Smasher because I didn't even realize that I had him. No idea where he came from. I'm like, I have a Coffin Smasher? Didn't even notice. I was like realizing that I really needed a decrease attack champion for the Clan Boss team. I had one. Didn't even notice. It's great because he also brings HP burn, which so does Fark and the Fat, but having 2 people make sure that that's up all the time is awesome because HP burn does really good damage against Clan Boss, so it's just another great debuff to have, just like poisons. And decrease the damage enemies inflict with AoEs by 5%. So he takes less damage. He has his own built-in stalwart. And also, putting him in stalwart's not a bad idea either. So I think that's my main progress here. I did do a tiny bit of Faction Wars. I think Gizcard will be good for bosses, so I decided to save him. I haven't put gear on most other people yet. That was for a challenge. Dark Aethel is level 40 now. Absolutely go ahead and throw a quick set of gear on her. Take advantage of her AoEs, and she will make farming some lower level Undead Horde Faction Wars a lot easier. Don't feed her right away. She'll be helpful for that. Stag Knight, I actually put some quick lazy gear on. It's not perfect. It's far from perfect. I actually did go to give him a little bit of crit rate and have him actually do some damage because it's not perfect. He's not fully leveled up. It's not leveled up yet, but he's actually going to end up being pretty darn good. He's only level 30, 4-star. Got lots to go, but Stag Knight is amazing. He's going to be a game changer for Fire Knight and all my dungeons in general because he brings me another decreased defense AoE and also decreased attack on that same ability, but Spirit, which is great because it's so hard to go against Force with Ugo. But on that note, I'm a little bit sad for my Fodbor. I thought we were finally going to use Fodbor for his AoE decreased defense, but we will, but more than likely only in Faction Wars, not in other dungeons, but it's fine. These are just some suggestions about how I'm planning my stuff for this. We also have Zelota here. He's going to be really helpful for Undead Horde Faction Wars, and there is an Undead Horde secret room. It's going to be really helpful for that. Actually, to be fair, you might even better keep Dark Aethel for that as well. She's not amazing, but she does have 2 AoEs, including one that's an increased speed for her, right? Heals herself. And then she also has decreased speed debuff that she can put on all the enemies. And a decreased defense on the A1. So she's actually decent for that Undead Horde secret room that's in Doom Tower Hard. She would be a great candidate for a stun set, having 2 AoEs, and stun sets are such good control in all of those things. Like Faction Wars and those secret rooms, stun sets are amazing control. So it's really, you got a good start here for some control champions for those purposes. So definitely worth holding on to, and at least until you have better options. If you get better options, of course, replace them, but she's pretty good. Of course, and then they're going to go right along well with Doom Screech here. He's amazing. Really good champion, worth holding on to and worth getting some use. But yeah, I really haven't been pushing everything else. There are certain people I was trying to save, like these guys are great for control. Again, control, Skinwalker Faction Wars. There's also rare and spirit secret rooms in the Doom Tower Hards that are terrible. So if you build them for Faction Wars, you're not going to regret it because you're going to use them there. Same thing, that's Judge is actually pretty good for the rare secret rooms. So I was saving him as well because, again, if you can just build up some people that are going to be useful for late game, use them now for Faction Wars, you at least won't have wasted your resources and you won't regret it, right? The reason I've saved Saurus, Zephyr, and Sister Militant for sake of baby level 1 or whatever you want to do, easy farming. These guys can be built pretty well actually to farm your Faction Wars pretty darn easily, so they are worth keeping. I think, oh yeah, I also got a Rough Stone. He's AoE on his A1 as well. You're kind of, this is such a good, to be able to get the attack all enemies, boom, boom, done. Lock the other skills out, just farm, 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 farm. Easy, 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 easy. Really helpful for Faction Wars. Cage Bound I think is going to be fun too. And we all know how great Armiger can be for content, so I can't believe I haven't properly started building an Armiger yet, but I've been trying to prioritize my amazing epics. My luck has been insane, guys. My luck has been insane. Genbo, I actually have in the new Instinct set. It was perfect. I didn't have enough Savage Gear farmed from Fire Knight yet because farming Fire Knight is hard. So this Forge Pass actually came in handy for my low-level account here. It really did. This is actually really great gear. I have some decent options as well for an HP-based champion if I get one for damage, which could be Frank, to be fair. I might actually take a look at that. Not gonna lie, guys. But I kind of also, at the same time, I like having sets like this Resilience on him too. So we'll have to see. But I might have to take a look. Frank's shields are based on his damage. His shields are based on his damage, and he hits really hard, and he's HP based, so might have to see if it's worth throwing him in my good Instinct gear. But yeah, we've gotten so lucky with these insane epics and a Cold Heart, Coffin Smasher, Apothecary. So good. Also, I mean, hell, even Diabolist, she's so good for farming as well. She has the in for even Tag Team Arena, and someone else to give you an increased speed buff on all allies. She's really good for that role, for a speed booster. Definitely doesn't hurt. And she also has this turn meter. She has a baby Lysandra ability here with fills all turn meter and then decreases enemy turn meter. So you have a couple Diabolists in Faction Wars, and you can kind of cheese it. There's like, I want to say I've seen, is it all Diabolist? Maybe all 5 Diabolists, or maybe 1 damage dealer and a bunch of Diabolists. But if she's in there to manipulate turn meter, you can have some fun. You could actually, or you can make one of them do damage, and then the other ones just deplete the turn meter of the enemies, so you just keep going. It's a really fun way to cheese it, I've heard. I haven't actually tried it. I've seen it, I've heard people talk about it, but I haven't tried it myself. Other than that, I think as far as my account goes here so far, we have Burgoth. He is really good for Faction Wars with this passive heal here, so that's quite nice. And an AoE Provoke is awesome for crowd control. So even though he's probably pretty terrible on most endgame players' accounts, like when he came out, a lot of people were like, just not good enough. But he's going to be really good early mid-game, and he is usable for Faction Wars probably right through 21, to be honest. Alright, so what else do we have here? So I guess my only other updates would be Doom Tower. I actually did get to stage 30, but I can't do the Nether Spider. I just don't have the people. I was able to do the stage Secret Room 1 and 3, but not 2. This one is Force Champions. I don't have the people. Well, I have some people now, but that could be my team if I built them, but they're not built. But I'm just happy that we're able to grind a little bit of this. Even if we just farm the most minimal stuff, it's still potential free resources. And what I mean by that is, if you get this here and you can actually just try to get some 4 to 5 star, or you can wait until you only have a 5 and 6 star potential. If that's how you're going to go about it, then what you do is you go right here, 3 to 4 star gear, craft, sell, craft, sell, craft, sell. Free silver. Watch, let's see. Craft costs 10,000, sells for 16,000. Let's see if we can get a good one. This one's low. Oh, sorry, 10,000. Crafts for 1,000, sells for 16,000. Profit, right? Crafts for 1,000, sells for 7,000. Crafts for 1,000, sells for 9,000. It's profit. This is free silver that you're sitting on here, guys, if you're not doing some faction wars, right? I'm guilty of being a hypocrite, and I didn't do that much faction wars as I should have already, so that's one of my regrets. Also, I want to start pushing more of these rewards. We have an ancient shard here, guys. I was trying to get that, but I couldn't get that today. I didn't have enough resources to get my orcs really going. So all I ended up doing was 1 level. I just farmed that one real quick with the tree feller. But hey, something is better than nothing. So I think for now, I'm going to be continuing to grind the Ice Golem tournament so I can do Ice Golem and Dungeon Divers. And I'm going to see what I can do as far as champion training to see if there's anyone else I can possibly rank up. Probably not. Stagnite would be high on that list. Stagnite Apothecary would be great. Genbo I want to get ranked up for sake of being the proper arena nuker instead of Elhain. But for now, Elhain's going to have to do the job. So we're going to keep grinding. And my next free-to-play video should be the giveaway announcement for this account. So stay tuned if you're looking to get a new account, a jump start to your account. And again, I'm going to note this ahead of time. For any giveaway I do, please don't try to win if you are not someone who would be using that account as your main. The whole point is that we excite someone, or if someone wants to gift it to someone like that, like their kid or their brother or their wife or their husband or whatever, to start playing for the first time. It's a good jump start. Or if you're someone who's just been thinking about playing, haven't started yet, or you just started but you missed out on Ninja and Simple and all the free people, and you're like, gosh darn it, I want some fun people. Well, this account will have some, so that's the kind of person I want this account to go to. So keep that in mind in the future when I post. And I'll see you guys in the next video.